Hey guys, it's Charlie. It is the 14th of April, Wednesday. You know, Newsweek's cover this week says it all. America is back. We did it bigger, better, faster, stronger than anybody thought possible. And what I'm referring to is Daniel Gross's article entitled America is Back. It's the cover of Newsweek. Now, according to Daniel, you know, the key indicators that we judge the economy by, and I heard him on an interview yesterday with Judge Andrew Napolitano, literally made me ill, because he's touting all the things that we know are bogus. You know, these bogus unemployment numbers, the bogus numbers that we hear coming out of Wall Street on earnings. And he's touting all this as a miracle of the modern world, that a few Ivy League educated individuals in D.C. have put together this rescue plan that has saved not only our economy, but the world's economy. Now, Daniel Gross of Newsweek, if he was a dog, he would win Westminster. Why? Because his pedigree is longer than my arm. You know, Cornell educated, Harvard educated, author, worked for countless publications, and he's considered one of the very utmost in economic reporting. The guy's never had to create a payroll. The guy's never had to run a company. All he's had to do was get $1 million education, rub elbows with like-minded elites, report on their successes, and he's made it right up the food chain. It's not lost on me that one of his 4 books published is titled Why Bubbles Are Good for the Economy. He doesn't have a clue, because we live in different realities. His reality is there is no recession, there is no suffering, there is no tax that's too much, there is no social program that's too large. And our reality is, I get to sit down today and write a check to the federal government so their entitlement juggernaut can continue. It's absolutely sickening. But it is the duality that we live in. They live in one side of the fence, we live on the other side of the fence. Now, on our side of the fence, on the true reality side of this fence, we have things like the NFIB report, the National Federation of Independent Businesses, which yesterday came out and showed 18 consecutive months of below 90 on that index. Why is that important? Because below 90 shows fear and uncertainty in small business. Why isn't Daniel Gross writing about that? Because the facts are the facts. He can ignore them all he wants, but here they are. All of our recessions that we've ever had have been led by jobs created by small business and the housing sector. Neither one of them are moving. In fact, both of them are going the other way. Trillions upon trillions of dollars spent in the housing market to keep the bubble inflated. But prices aren't going up. Sure, there's nominal gains in certain markets, but on average, you're probably sitting on an upside-down mortgage, because 50% of the country is just like you, upside down in their mortgage. But it doesn't matter, because Daniel Gross and his elite cronies, they don't look at the indicators of reality. They look at the few indicators that the Bureau of Labor puts out, or that Wall Street puts out. Mainly the Dow Jones, which is now comfortably above 11,000 points. Is it strike anybody else as almost criminal that the Dow Jones, these 30 companies, have made record profits, up 70%, when our economy, when the people around you and I are suffering worse than they were when the Dow was sitting at 6,000 just over a short year ago? It's certainly not lost on me, but it is lost on the elite who control the media you watch and the elite who control your representatives in Washington. This NFIB report shows that companies are not spending money on hiring. They're not spending money on inventory. They're taking their existing inventory and reducing it to rock bottom prices. And in a lot of cases, I'm personally experiencing this, you're reducing your inventory below cost just to liquefy some of that inventory and to create some capital that you can spend, because small businesses can't get loans from the same banks that caused the problem in the first place. So the point is this: the insanity continues, and as I get ready to put a stamp on my IRS check, I have to go walk by a magazine today at a newsstand that claims America is back. And it is back. It is back if you're on the right side of the fence. But if you're on the real side, in the real economy, you understand there's nothing getting better. Everything's getting worse. And the people who went out last year and protested and were marginalized and demonized and called idiots because they were saying, we don't want to pay higher taxes. We're told by the same Ivy League elites, what are you talking about? There's no higher taxes. The taxes are actually lower. You're going to get an extra 15 bucks a paycheck back because of Obama's tax cuts. Well, guess what? The tune certainly has changed. We have Ben Bernanke coming out saying, tax hikes are coming. That's the only thing that can save the economy. We have Paul Volcker coming out talking about a VAT tax for all things, which besides the hidden tax of inflation, is a tax that's directly against the middle and lower class in this country. Wake up, America. You are not on the same team as the elite in D.C., the elite in New York. They are not speaking of your prosperity when they speak about their prosperity. That's all I got.